Every morning you wake up is a gift, a reset, a second chance. Today is not just another day. Today is the day you rise, the day you show the world who you truly are. The day will be legendary, but only if you choose to make it so. Every single day you wake up, you're given a gift, a blank slate, a fresh start, a chance to write a new story. But here's the truth most people ignore. No one else will live this day for you. No one else can make the choices, take the actions, or fight the battles that belong to you. The day you're in right now, this very moment, is entirely in your hands. The way it unfolds depends not on luck, not on other people, not on the weather or circumstances, but on your decisions, your mindset, and your intention. We live in a world where it's easy to give away our power, easy to blame the past, the economy, the timing, or other people. But those excuses will never move you forward. They'll never help you grow. What will? Owning your day, owning every moment of it. That means waking up with purpose, not passively sliding into the hours ahead. That means deciding right now that this day will be legendary because you're going to show up with focus, with energy, with relentless drive. Too many people hit snooze on their goals, both literally and figuratively. They wake up already behind, already defeated in their mind, scrolling through distractions, reacting instead of creating. But not today. Because when you choose to own the day, you stop being a bystander in your own life. You become the author of your journey. You take responsibility not just for what happens to you, but for how you respond, how you show up, and how you rise. Even if things feel heavy, even if you're tired, uncertain, or anxious, remember this. You are still in control of your effort. You still get to decide how you greet the challenges that come your way. And in doing so, you build strength. You build character. You build the kind of momentum that transforms ordinary days into extraordinary ones. You don't need a life-changing opportunity or some major breakthrough. You just need to treat this day like it matters, because it does. Every small decision today is either taking you closer to who you want to become or pulling you further away. When you wake up and choose to show up fully, to push yourself, to focus on what matters, you give yourself the chance to live a day that's not only productive but powerful. A day that makes a statement. A day you'll look back on and be proud of. So don't give away this gift. Don't waste it waiting, wishing, or watching others. Take full ownership. This is your day, and the world will remember it as legendary because you decided it would be. Most people wait for motivation to strike before they begin. They wait to feel energized, inspired, or ready before they take that first step. But the reality is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. If you depend on motivation to chase your goals, you'll stay stuck more often than not. The real secret to success, to growth, to becoming unstoppable is simple. Action comes first. When you take action, even when you don't feel like it, the momentum you create starts to feed your drive. And that momentum, that's where real power begins. You see, motivation doesn't create action, action creates motivation. Think about it. How many times have you forced yourself to start something, only to feel better once you got going? Whether it's working out, writing, creating, studying, the hardest part is always the start. But once you're in motion, something changes inside you. You begin to feel capable, focused, even excited. That's because the brain responds to movement, to progress, to doing. The problem is, most people let their emotions decide their behavior. If they're tired, they don't move. If they're unsure, they hesitate. If they're afraid, they stop. But those who win, they do it anyway. Champions are built on the days they didn't feel like showing up and still did. They understand that discipline is stronger than emotion. That consistency beats mood. That progress begins with a choice, not a feeling. You don't have to wake up inspired to be productive. You just have to get up and start. Start small if you have to. One task. One rep, one page, because once you begin, you activate a force greater than motivation, momentum. And momentum doesn't ask how you feel. It rewards your commitment. It fuels your confidence. It turns effort into results and results into belief. Action over motivation also means you take back control. You no longer sit around waiting for the perfect time or ideal conditions. You create your own conditions through your decisions. You train your mind to follow your lead, not the other way around. That's when everything changes. You no longer need to feel ready because you become someone who acts ready. So the next time your mind whispers, "I don't feel like it," remember that you don't have to. You don't need to feel like it, you just need to do it. Action leads, emotion follows. Let your actions speak louder than your doubts, louder than your fear, louder than your excuses. That's how you build discipline. That's how you grow resilience. And that's how you conquer every single day, not by waiting for motivation, but by moving without it. Discipline is the foundation of every legendary life. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, and it's definitely not easy, but it's what separates the average from the exceptional. While most people chase comfort, those who achieve greatness lean into discipline. They do the hard things, especially when no one's watching, and that's the real difference. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it doesn't build anything. Discipline, on the other hand, may hurt now, but it leads to lasting results, deep pride, and unshakable strength. People often confuse discipline with restriction, as if it's something negative, something that takes away your freedom. But that's a lie. Discipline is ultimate freedom. It gives you control over your future. It means you're no longer at the mercy of your moods, your cravings, or your excuses. You become someone who doesn't just talk about goals, you move toward them, one decision at a time. When you build discipline, you're training yourself to keep promises to the most important person in your life. You're showing yourself that your goals matter more than your temporary feelings, that your future matters more than instant gratification. It's waking up early when you want to sleep in. It's putting in the extra reps when you're tired. It's saying no to distractions and yes to progress. Those moments may seem small, but over time they shape your entire identity. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about getting back up every time you fall, and make no mistake, you will fall. You'll have off days. You'll feel tempted to quit. But discipline whispers, keep going. It reminds you why you started. It keeps your vision alive when motivation fades and life gets hard. Most people won't understand the sacrifices you make. They won't see the early mornings, the late nights, the internal battles. But that's okay, because you're not doing this for applause. You're doing it to build something real, something that lasts, something legendary. The rewards of discipline may not come overnight, but they come, and when they do, they change everything. They bring you pride, power, and peace of mind. You'll look back and realize that every moment you pushed through discomfort was worth it. Every time you chose effort over ease, you were becoming the strongest version of yourself. So choose discipline over and over again. Let it be your anchor and your weapon. Don't chase what's easy, chase what builds you. Because comfort never made anyone a legend, discipline did. And every time you choose it, you take one step closer to conquering your life, one legendary day at a time. Most people go through life asking questions they never answer. Can I really do this? Am I good enough? What if I fail? These questions create doubt, hesitation, and delay. But people who conquer their days don't ask the world for permission, they make a statement. They wake up with intention and declare who they are through their actions. They don't wait for clarity, approval, or the perfect time. They wake up and decide, today, I will prove it. There's something incredibly powerful about approaching each day as if it's your chance to leave a mark, to show not just the world, but yourself, what you're capable of. This mindset doesn't come from ego, it comes from ownership. When you stop asking whether you can and start acting like you already know the answer, your entire energy shifts. You stop guessing and start moving. You stop hesitating and start executing. That mindset builds power, confidence, and momentum. Too many people let the world define their limits. They let circumstances, opinions, and past failures write their story. But your story is yours, and every day is a page. Every morning you wake up, you get to choose. Will this page be filled with excuses or with effort, with distractions or with direction, with fear or with fire? You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it all at once, but you do have to show up with conviction. Making today a statement means doing the work, even if no one notices. It means setting your standard high, regardless of how you feel. It means treating your time, your energy, and your life like they matter because they do. When you walk into your day with that level of purpose, it becomes impossible to waste time on things that don't align with your goals. You start protecting your focus, you start respecting your journey, and others will begin to respect it too because greatness is recognized through consistency, not words. You have the power to turn an ordinary day into a legendary one, not by what you say, but by how you live. Your decisions, your discipline, your determination, that's what makes the difference. So don't approach today with doubt. Don't ask, will this matter? Decide that it does, and then prove it with your hustle, your resilience, your grit. The world may not understand your fire right away. That's okay. Let your results speak. Let your life be your answer. Let today be your statement, bold, unshakable, and unforgettable. Because when you live like that, when you move like that, your days stop blending in. They stand out. And soon, people won't ask if you can. They'll know you already did. A powerful conclusion that ties together all the expanded key points of the speech. The day will be legendary. Wake up and conquer. Fire 100 points. You don't need permission to rise, you just need a decision. A choice to own this day, to stop waiting for the perfect feeling, and to start acting with purpose. Every moment is a chance to step into your power, but it's only when you stop chasing comfort and start embracing discipline that transformation begins. You were never meant to play small. You were never meant to coast through life hoping things get better. You are meant to lead, to create, to conquer. Your actions are your statement. Let them speak louder than your doubts, louder than your excuses, louder than anyone who ever questioned you. Don't ask if the day will matter, make it matter. Prove that you are not here to simply exist, but to leave a mark. So wake up with fire, move with intention, push with discipline, because today, this very day, will not be average. It will be legendary. Because you showed up and made it so. Fire